are in the almost final countdown. I'm Jan Himebaugh, and this is The Hammer with Himebaugh. 11 more days of session, which reminds me of the classic movie Talladega Nights from Ricky Bobby and Cal. You can't have two number ones. Yeah, because that would be 11. Seems Ricky Bobby and Cal not and do math like our employment security department. Not well. Anyways, this week's hat comes from the Great Pleasant Ridge Construction and Clint Adamson from our Central Washington Home Builders Association. Pleasant Ridge Construction builds custom homes and commercial buildings. And Clint is a fun and smart guy who not only is willing to give me this hat, but has served our industry at the state and local level on many different fronts for quite some time. Thanks, Clint. We appreciate it. And all right, back to the almost final countdown. Opposite House of Origin is this Friday, and then we get into the real ping pong between the chambers and an update on the most important bills to our industry and where they are. 1162. This bill provided that a variety of graduation pathways be available to students graduating high school and would have required schools to actually tell students what those pathways were, including career-connected paths like residential construction. This bill died in the democratically controlled Senate Early Learning and K-12 Committee. Boo! 1117. This bill adds salmon and net ecological gain to GMA, driving our infrastructure costs through the roof and requiring us to mitigate beyond the impact of the project. This bill is expensive and sets up massive unconstitutional takings. It passed out of the Senate Housing and Local Government Committee and is in Ways and Means now. And House Bill 1099, Climate Change in GMA, requiring comprehensive plans to achieve vehicle miles traveled reduction, despite general movement toward electric cars, which are zero greenhouse gas emitters. This is a direct push to reduce the amount of single-family homes that can be built. It passed out of the Senate Housing and Local Government Committee as well, and it was heard in Ways and Means this last week. Funny how the housing committees in the legislature do very little to actually increase our overall housing supply. And then there's 1770, the Big Bad Energy Code, which would now allow local governments to increase the cost of housing by adopting a REACH energy code. Look, we have a housing crisis, and trying to get around being responsible for massive housing cost increases doesn't work. If the state allows local governments to add to the cost of housing, it is also culpable for ensuring even fewer people in our great state can have access to housing. This bill passed out of the Senate Energy, Environment, and Technology Committee and could be voted on any time in the Senate. This is a bad bill. Vote no. And there are, of course, many other stuff that we're working on, including continued permit reform. But this is supposed to be a brief update, and it's another cutoff week. The supplemental budget's floating around. And no, despite record revenues, you will not be getting a tax cut. 11 more days, and then we can all hit the Catalina wine mixer hard. Now, what's the over and under for the remainder of these Hammer with Himebaughs, including references to Will Ferrell movies? I would definitely take the over. Home start here, Himebaugh out.